Hey, I'm back doing another movie review tonight. Continuing on with October Scary Movie Month. Like I've said in previous videos, after October, I'm gonna start doing some other ones. I got a couple Thanksgiving ones in mind that I could review. Then I might start doing some other stuff. I'd like to do eventually a movie collection video. I don't have as much as a lot of people that I've seen on here. I got thousands of movies. I don't know how many I have. I have a lot in box sets with like 3 or 4 together. So, I would probably say I got in the area of maybe 400 or 500 movies, maybe not even that. But anyways, want to continue on with some more October movies for now. And like I said, I'm not going in any kind of order or anything. These are just movies that I like to watch during the month of October for Halloween. And today I have a double pack set that I want to review, and that is the Ghostbusters double pack. I have Ghostbusters 1 and 2 in this one here. It's got the slip cover with Ghostbusters 1, and it just comes in like a little skinny disc, Then you got some drawing like artwork on the disc, which is pretty cool. And the special features for this one is you got some filmmakers commentary, deleted scenes, making of featurette. I haven't really watched. I don't think I've watched any special features in this one yet. Usually I'm pretty up on that, but haven't done that yet. And then the next one I got obviously is Ghostbusters 2. Same thing. Comes in a thin hard book, got the same thing there with a little bit of movie art there, drawing, which is pretty neat, I think. This one comes with contains 2 episodes from my animated series, which if it was a Ghostbusters cartoon back in the 90s, early 90s, then I've probably seen it because I used to be a fan of that when I was a kid. And then it's got the real Ghostbusters, Citizen Ghost, the real Ghostbusters, Partner in Slime, special features not rated. So I got that. That comes with the 2 movies. And then it comes with Ghostbusters movie scrapbook. Now this has just got like some stuff about the movies in here, some artwork done, some storyboarding, I think. Yeah. Like these are some of the initial ghosts that they wanted to do when they were thinking about coming out with the movie. Just some stuff about each character on here. Pretty cool actually. I've never really read through it. I can tell because it's pretty stiff. I've never really looked at it too much. It looks like it's got a lot of storyboard stuff on here, just drawings of concepts of what they thought. And then, of course, you got Mr. Stay Puft on the back, which is cool. He's definitely my favorite villain out of these 2 movies. I like both of them. I'm probably going to review them separate instead of both and having just one large video. I think I'll just do 2 of them. Yeah, so we'll start with Ghostbusters, the first one. This one stars Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, Rick Moranis, and Sigourney Weaver in here. And it's also got Ernie Hudson, who's another Ghostbuster. So, this one's made in 1984. So it's 33 years old, the same age as I am. It's got these, it starts out with a plot, I guess. Who the hell hasn't seen Ghostbusters, the original, but I'll try and break somewhat of a plot down, I guess, for people that haven't seen it. I do have the remake of this, which I don't know if I want to review that one or not. To me, it's okay, but if I do it, it's going to turn into a rant video because it's okay, but it pales in comparison to the first 2. I mean, the original ones, I did like, however, in the remake, how it did have, it did have a couple of scenes in the movie where the original characters of these 2 movies showed up. which I thought was kind of neat. Um, it was cool to see him in there because in my mind, you can't have a Ghostbusters movie without seeing Bill Murray. He's kind of the star of these movies, and he was a big star back when this movie first came out. So, um, yeah, basic plot on this movie is you got Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, and Dan Aykroyd start out. They're just they're like professors, not professors, but they're in this college and they're doing some work on paranormal stuff and whatnot, and they're getting funded through the college, and they end up losing their funding through the college and decide to go into business for themselves, and that's when they form the Ghostbusters, and you know they do that. They start catching ghosts. You get this lady, Sigourney Weaver, in here who has a problem with the ghosts in her house. Um, so she calls these guys. A little bit of a love thing going on with her and Bill Murray. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't much of a plot in this. I mean, who the hell hasn't seen this movie? I mean, you can't tell me you've never seen it. I don't know anybody that's never seen it. It's 105 minutes long. Now I wonder. I don't know. Okay, Ivan Reitman directed this movie, and then the two writers on it were Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis. Now Harold Ramis wrote the original Vacation movie with Chevy Chase, which is also a great classic. I'll end up reviewing those movies at some point too, because those are some of my favorite movies. You also got Annie Potts in here, Janine Melnitz, who's like the secretary for the Ghostbusters. Rick Moranis, he's just a silly guy who looks up to the Ghostbusters. He lives in the same apartment as Sigourney Weaver's character. And so he kind of, and he gets possessed by a ghost in this one. And, yeah, I mean, it all these ghosts, the city, and everybody thinks they're nuts, but they're really catching ghosts. And of course, the mayor is like, mayor decides to, well, it's not the mayor, it's this guy that works for the fucking EPA. But this guy in this movie played a really good character because he's a douche. He's a straight douchebag. He shuts down their power grid, lets all the ghosts out, and then at the end, Ghostbusters got to come save the day. You got a great theme music in this movie. You got Slimer, the little green ghost that shows up from the cartoons. You just got everything that you'd want in a Ghostbusters movie is in this. It's great. I mean, this is like, this in my opinion is how you make a superhero movie, supernatural, whatever you want to call it, a ghost story movie. This is how you do it. This is how you do it right here. Awesome. Doesn't get much better. The main villain at the end is like these two ghosts. You got a gatekeeper, I believe, is Zool, who possesses the soul of Sigourney Weaver, and then you got the Keymaster, who's played by Rick Moranis, and these two basically have to come together. And once they meet, then they open up the gates of hell, basically. And you get all kinds of crazy shit. You got stars. You got a lot of cameos in this. The one I can only think of off the bat, though, is Cheech Marion from Cheech and Chong movies. Plays like this guy who works for the train station, and you see this like fucking, possessed train going down the train station in New York, and it's pretty neat. Yeah, and then you got your Mr. Stay Puft, at the end. Is the main villain, and they end up blowing him up and getting fucking marshmallow all over everybody, and it's great, man. Yeah, if you've never seen this movie, which I can't imagine who hasn't, but if you've never seen it, definitely check it out. It's awesome. First Ghostbusters is by far the best. Ghostbusters 2 was good. Not as good as the first one, but still a good movie. But yeah. And then all the characters from the original one end up returning. in the second one. All the main characters, anyway. All the ones that were good. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say about this movie. I really don't know much about it other than a little bit of what I've seen on here. Lots of good scenes in this. Trying to think of some of my favorites. I love the part where Rick Moranis' character is getting chased down by the dog or whatever in an apartment. And he's all, "Here, Poochie, Poochie," you know. And I get a kick out of his character. He's funny. Gets locked out of his apartment a couple times. Pretty funny guy. Yeah, Sigourney Weaver was a big star during this movie too. She had done Aliens, so she was a big star. She's pretty good looking in these movies, I gotta say. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man, for all I got for Ghostbusters, the original. I'm going to review Ghostbusters 2 right after this, so stay tuned for that. But Ghostbusters 1, hell of a movie. Check it out if you've never seen it. Thanks.